So, brothers and sisters, you heard it 1,000 times, you heard it a million times. You become what you think. And this is perhaps one of the fundamental principles of the universe, but we are just so much misunderstand it. So I just wanted to talk about it and take my best understanding on it and talk about it and just give my best knowledge I can about it and just debunk all of the bullshit all around it, okay? So here's this thing, manifestation. How does this work? How does this really work? So all these self-help gurus and all these people are talking about it. Yeah, you just have to think that you're wealthy and you will become wealthy. Or you just have to think about, yeah, I will lose weight and I will lose weight. And this is just simply, like you will think and, like everything will be figured out by itself. And so this couldn't be further from the truth. And this is not the whole picture. What I would like you to understand here is, due to my limited understanding, how it works is the following. There are two words. If you would like to conceptualize it, because everything is in life, everything is formless and limitless. We are just conceptualizing things. You see a flower and you say it flower. A biologist looks at a flower and start thinks about the biological function and how does the atoms work. A chemistry teacher, or like a chemistry scientist, will look at a flower and will think about all the chemical reactions happening inside it. A child will not understand shit about that. Someone who is collecting flowers will have a completely different understanding of it. And all of these human experiences is, you know, put into one single word, flower. But what is flower, bro? And so this is the very first thing we have to understand. We life by itself is formless. We are just putting stuff into forms. And so what I would like you to understand here is that we have two different words. The very first one is here, like higher vibration, like this is not manifested yet. So for example, I'm thinking about, yeah, I would like to go ahead and watch a movie tonight. And so the concrete event that you will go and watch a movie tonight will happen only inside your head at this moment. But after that, you will just think more about, yeah, hmm, I would like to watch this movie. And so you further proceed with this idea, and you find yourself at night that, yeah, you're watching the movie. And so basically what you had inside your head manifested itself. The same was true for, let's suppose you want to learn how to play the guitar. And so what you do, yeah, you think about, yeah, it would be nice, it would be great. Then you go on the internet and start looking after a guitar which would fit you the best. And yeah, you buy a guitar. And now you start learning the guitar. And 2 years forward, now you're playing the guitar. This is how you manifested it. But what you have to understand, and coming back to the basics, because I know I had some, you know, back not so straightforward ideas here, and I would like to just drive you through like this straight line of understanding here, is that first we have something in our minds, and this something creates an experience. This something creates a space. This something puts a form in our mind. And so if you'd like to drive this whole experiment through the example of wealth, how would that work? It is partly true that how you can become wealthy is only by thinking how to become wealthy, by being in a wealthy, abundant mindset. Because how does it happen? If you are in a wealthy and abundance mindset, if you do not think about money as scarce, if you do not think about money that, yeah, I do not have money, if you think about money that, yeah, it's abundant, it's only up to where I'm putting my energies and how much am I pushing it, and like how much energy I'm putting into it. and even after that, money is coming to me because it's abundant, then this is what will become your reality. Guess what? Because you will have like this is on this level, the spiritual and mental level, but on the physical level and by your actions, how it will manifest is basically, yeah, you will start reading these books, you will start reading these, you will start talking with these kind of people, you will start all of a sudden have business ideas, all of a sudden you will figure this thing out, all of a sudden, you are finding yourself building a business, all of a sudden you see your first, check by the end of the month, on text. And this is what will happen, you will start talking with these kind of people, you will start engaging into these kind of thoughts. And when you're in these kind of thoughts, then you will understand the flow, you will understand the vibration, and this is how you can pretty much manifest it. So let me tell you another example. The only difference between someone who is homeless and someone who made, like, let's say $10 million worth of deals today is that's very specific knowledge, that very specific understanding. So that person who made $10 million worth of deals today is a person who understands that, yeah, you know what, bro? Hmm, I made this deal because he can make this deal. He understands exactly how to make the deal, and that exists inside him, inside his mind. And now, guess what? Like, he's abundant. Like, he's thinking about money is abundant. But the same holds true for women. If you're thinking that, yeah, I cannot pick up a girl, then guess what? You will not be able to pick up a girl because you will think about, yeah, I cannot pick up a girl, and you will start seeking evidence, and you will find evidence that you can. And this is why this quote from Henry Ford, who said that when you're thinking that you're right, when you're thinking that you can't, and when you're thinking that you can, you're both right, is so powerful, because you have to understand that whatever you're giving attention to, whatever you're putting your energies into, will manifest itself both on the mental and spiritual level, both on the physical level, because this is where you will put your attentions, because of your attention. Because if you're a wealthy person, if you're abundant in the mindset, then you will think that, yeah, you know what, Y- the mind space what you have, and let's think a bit logically here. If you have, let's suppose, 24 hours, let's suppose that let's suppose that you're awake 16 hours a day. Throughout the 16 hours that day, if you're thinking about a very specific problem, how to solve that mathematical problem, if you're thinking about that today, if you're thinking about that tomorrow, if you're thinking about after that, you will figure this out. This is how the human brain and how the human existence is built up. The same was true for wealth. If you're thinking about, yeah, how the freaking heck can I make $1 million this year? And this is the question, and this is the question, and this is the question, this is the question. This is how you think about it, and you start believing, yeah, I actually can do that. Like, you do not engage into the fears and do not engage into the bullshit. You just rationally think, how can I make that? And you'll understand, yeah, the economics works like this. There is a market for $1 million worth of, like selling, I don't know, pet shoes or whatever the freaking hell it might be. And you go ahead, you set up a bit. Okay, how to set up a business? Yeah, I have to go ahead and I have to do like marketing. I have to do sales. Like, this is how it works. Logically, like, without these fears and without all this bullshit, this is what you will attract to yourself. The same was true on the contradictory. If you're thinking 16 hours a day, like, yeah, I do not have money, I'm poor. I do not have money, I'm poor. You will find evidence for that. You will find evidence for that, and you will find, guess what? Those people. You will find those books. You will find those blog posts. You will find the videos on the internet. And this is what will happen to you. You will become a broke hell. You will become broke, bro. This is the thing. And you will stay there because you're limiting yourself here. And this is the whole point, what you understand. And this is why I said it's only partially true, because when you see it, you have to stay with it, bro. Like, this is the hardest part. You have to focus, okay? Like, because you will have unlimited amount of forces in the universe and throughout your life, exactly in the physical, essentially in the physical realm, that will be, coming on you. Yeah, your mom is saying that you cannot make this happen. Your dad is coming, your friends, the whole environment you've built up is basically all revolved around your current beliefs. And if you want to get to another belief, let's suppose like a higher frequency belief, let's suppose that from making 10K a year, then go up and make 1 million a year, then you have to change up everything. You have to change up the mindset. You have to change up everything. Guess what? Like, currently I'm making 10K a month, and I started to think differently, bro. Like, currently, like, money doesn't mean too much to me. Like, I can buy whatever I want. I can pretty much go wherever I want to go. You know, I'm still waiting to settle all this thing down and, you know, just to jump the next thing and stuff like that. But the whole point is that all of my understanding shifted. It's like not like, yeah, you know, I cannot make this, but it's like, how can I make more? What are the costs? What are the opportunity costs? Everything shifts. And what you have to understand, you have to change up all these things. You have to change up the people. You have to change up your beliefs. But how you can make this happen is that you start believing in yourself that you can make it, and you just get into that space, you know. For a person who made $10 million last year, do you think that this is a big deal for him to make another 10 million this year? No, it's ordinary for him. He doesn't. It's ordinary for him. A person who is, you know, like working out 6 days a week, a person who is in perfect shape. It doesn't, you know, it's nothing unusual. You have to build up your habits. You have to build up your mental stuff. A person who is happy and peaceful all the time, you know, who's like a healthy individual who's engaging in his shadow and, you know, all these things. This is also a habit. He's surrounding himself. He has these methods to calming himself. He has this method to, you know, like go ahead and say that fuck everyone. This is like mental habits. This is how we. It starts all here, bro. The thoughts are here. So start believing that you can do that, you can do that. You are creating your reality and take responsibility for that. You are creating your reality. There is no God, there is no evil out there. These are all just symbols, bro. These are all just symbols between chaos, order. Again, I'm contextualizing it, but what you have to understand, bro, you are creating your reality. And you must take responsibility for that. Because no one else will. And so think what you want to do, what you want to become, and do that. Do you want to become a millionaire? Great, do that. Think of that. Believe in yourself. No one else will. No one else will. This is hard, but this is, you know, this is how it works.